Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show.
The Gambit Relic is nerfed? Question mark? What are Kabam not informing us? We're going to look into this particular subject. Players from Gladiator Circuit can't access their rewards at the moment. Don't worry, it's being sorted with extra compensation on the way. We'll look into what Kabam have said on that particular topic. Battlegrounds results have been revealed thanks to MCOC Avenger, and a warning to players and alliances for Season 9 because there's a big thing with that and how rank and points work towards that. We're going to look into it. And what's the deal with the washed out or odd contrasted champions in the game at the moment? Good day everybody and hello. This is actually a very exciting day because it is dispatch day for my Magneto helmet. So hopefully at some point you're going to be seeing that on the back there, or I'll be wearing it in videos and I'll just be like, I feel right. I feel really right. Also, we're really close to 67,900 subscribers, so make sure to hit the subscribe button. It is free. Hit the thumb button, do all those things, support the channel, and thank you very much to everybody that is supporting the content and the videos. Also, check out the shorts tab. I've been adding these. I've had a lot of fun making these little videos, and I've got 2 new series coming very soon. That's kind of like these really kind of like cool short type videos, so look out for that. Now let's kick off the show with washed out colors on specific champions, brightness, contrast issues. Yes, I've seen it myself. There could be sometimes you're fighting in a particular fight and going, why is like Void like really shadowy all of a sudden? And the same thing as a player noted here, like why is like the contrast, the brightness, everything is kind of like turned up at different stages on different champions. I mean, look at this Iron Man right here. That's well weird, as we say in the UK. Yo, that is like well weird in it. And it kind of like does stem to other champions. Like here, Mangog just got his nails done, it seems. Yes, that's very purpley nails. That's very kind of like, I don't really know how to describe that. It reminds me of like something straight out of like World of Warcraft, like a World of Warcraft type like character with these. The nails are looking properly done. That's kind of like. They've gone down a fancy route with that one. It's like, you know, click clacking on some keys after. Yeah, crazy times. In any case, many people have mentioned this. I don't know if Kabam plan to deal with it. I'm pretty certain they will. They've had a few kind of like weird VFX and graphics issues over the last updates. So let's hope that when a new update goes in the next couple of weeks that they deal with all these little funky bugs. Now we move on to alliance points in Battlegrounds. This is really important. As you know, I made a video devoted to this on Saturday. Please go and check it out as it does cover this particular topic. The thumbnail for that is this right here, and as I said, it's a massive warning for Season 9 of Battlegrounds based on these results. The results in particular are all about, and shout out to MCOC Avenger who put together the info for this one. Why is this an issue? Why is this important to mention? Well, it's going to be important to mention based on this. So, and to kind of like wrap up that 10-minute long video in a very kind of like short 2-minute segment, which is what the MCN is. It's getting these stories to put it into a micro sense of coverage. Look, in Season 9, alliances are likely to be doing 400,000 points per player. Are they going to be doing that? Some people say, well, no, not what everyone is. But all the players that want to achieve stuff within the solo will be pushing that 400,000 mark, which you can see on screen right now. That 400,000 mark to get 7-star shards. You also want to pick up 6-star shards. You want to pick up all the rare items that you get for the furthest that you push in that solo. And you might be like, yeah, okay, I've got 400k points. What's the point? What's the deal? Well, as I've put right here, if you've got lots of players, lots of members of your alliance doing 400,000 each times 30, it equals 12 mil. Now, again, what does that further mean? Because you may be completely lost. Well, 12 mil, as the information's here, is around about that 80 mark, let's say, in the rank points for Battlegrounds. And again, you might be like, well, again, I don't get it. What's the point? Why should there be a warning? Well, if you've got lots of alliances fighting and vying for the position that is largely going to be that 80 mark, then that creates a problem because you're not all going to get position 80, are you? You're going to be finding that position under 100 is likely going to be something like 14 mil, 15 mil, which is definitely a far cry from how it's been in seasonal. Now, I don't know 100% because I can't predict the future, but it's logical, isn't it? Because not everybody was going to be putting in 12 mil, 400,000 points each, or 12 mil per alliance. So you're going to see larger scores in Season 9. So I'm just saying it now. And it's important to know that because your alliance may be like, well, we normally get position 80. You may be like, well, we normally get position 40 to 100 position in that bracket. If you're one of those alliances that shoot for that each time, you will have to grind more, grind harder to get the points in order to kind of get up to where you normally sit, because it's going to be a bit of a stinker at the end of it. As I said, shout out to MCOC Avenger. Link is in the description if you do want to check out their work, and as well the leaderboard that was from Season 8, because I'm sure it will be good information for the player base that want to check it out. Now we've got to move on to Battlegrounds rewards. What's going on with this Gladiator Circuit issue? Well, there's a current issue at the moment, and many people have said this, like, what's happening with the rewards? Why can't we get our rewards? Right, there's a lot more to this that meets the eye, and it's just a case of, like, unfortunately it's broken, so there's people in Gladiator Circuit, I can't get my rewards. It's a problem at the moment. There's something on the forums at the moment, like the masthead of banner saying that we are aware of an issue causing rewards that are unclaimable in specific portions of summoners who placed in a Gladiator Circuit. So there's a warning about that one, but it goes further than this, and compensation is coming in accordance with it at the same time. To go a bit further on the subject, Kabam Jax has said on the forums, this is relevant as of June 23rd, so this was Friday evening, I want to say, and this is the following. It appears rewards are unclaimable for specific placements bracket of our Gladiator Circuit competitors. Our team is working to resolve this as soon as possible, so maybe some Gladiator Circuit players got it and some did not. Reissue the rewards with the correct item. So you'll see them at the moment, you can't claim them, but they may go and then reappear. And the current in-game message will be removed. While we work to ensure this happens as quickly as possible, the timeline for this process could stretch up to a week. So a lot of players in this particular situation, you might have to wait until next Friday. Not saying you will or won't, it's just worst case scenario. Always go worst case scenario when it comes to Kabam, and be shocked if you get something even earlier. As this delay will result in missing Battlegrounds store reset, that's annoying, we'll be including an additional 5,000 trophy tokens as an apology for the inconvenience. So that is going to be the compensation on the matter of all this one. We'll provide further updates if there are any changes to this timeline. As there are solo awards, leaving your alliance will not prevent you from receiving your corrected rewards. So that's something to bear in mind with that one. So as these are solo rewards, leaving your alliance will not prevent you from receiving your corrected rewards. So anybody that's kind of moving between alliances, that gives you an answer about that one. So you don't have to threat about it. But yes, it's not exactly ideal. And now let's move on to a situation around the Gambit Relic. So as I said, Gambit Relic Nerfed ? So I saw this, but can put this, but there's also a forum thread running at the same time about this. Really interesting. So Cam puts the Gambit Relic has been updated in game. No Kabam communication around it from what I can tell. The second ability slot was clearly bugged and giving the same crit rating regardless of rank rarity. It seems that the 4-star version got a big nerf, a 5-star a slight nerf, and 6-star a buff. Very, very weird. If you remember, this is the biggest problem we've got with relics at the moment, because they're exactly like Marvel Contest of Champions, in that they have this ability to be nerfed, buffed. Obviously buffed is great, but nerfed is something that obviously affects particular players. If you remember recently, the Storm Relic was bugged and was giving you, I think, like amazing crit rate or stuff like that. And as a result, yeah, sadly that got nerfed. I remember a lot of people were opting to use that particular Storm Relic with Colossus, so it was a bit of a surprise to players. Cam goes further to say it's not clear if this will be the final version of the relic or this is just a step in the process of fixing it. It is also not 100% clear these were actual functional nerfs or just visual fixes to the numbers displayed. So yeah, that's very much noticeable right there, isn't it? lots of people kind of come out to discuss this. I'll put a link in the description if you do want to kind of have a look at this. It's likely a shadow nerf, not a bug. It could be a wording change. It's just a case of like, has anybody played around with it? And this is the thing about like noticing in the thread. Are there... oh no, people are saying like I've been saying for weeks now that this relic was very obviously not intended to give that much crit rating, and that is that will be changed. So I guess it is. I mean, the thing is, if it's giving more crit rating than it should do, it should be nerfed, because then it could kind of, well, yeah, it should be nerfed. But this is the problem with same with the champions. You invest your resource into champions, you invest your resource into relics, and then it comes to a point of it's too overpowered. So therefore, you need rank down tickets or refunding of the items, rewards, and items that have gone into, you know, rank up this particular relic. Because that's the thing, people invest their resources into ranking up stuff, and it's like you rank it up under the guise that it's I don't know if people understood that term, guys, under the pretext, the idea, the premise, I'll go with that just so people kind of understand that term, that it's working as intended, but apparently it's never been working as intended, or it's been overpowered than intended. So then it's like, right, well, you got to like figure out, oh, okay, what do we do next? Do we rank down tickets? Do we refund the resources? And this is the problem, isn't it? I think there's Katie once says that. So it was a bug, and change is a bug fix, as in most cases handled poorly. And I guess that's the thing. Yeah, it just needs to be dealt with in a way that, look, tell people what's going on. Just tell people what's going on. Because it needs to be refunded, really. The investment, the resources that have gone into it need to be refunded. That's it. If it is overpowered. Massive miscommunication. I'm sure Kabam are going to like answer against this on Monday, and we'll follow up with, you know, a breaking news thing. But, yeah, disappointing to say the least. But that's the situation where we're up to with it. Because Kabam haven't responded back, there's no point kind of like going in deep into this until we have an answer from Kabam on that particular subject. Yeah. And we end the show as we normally do on a Monday with arena results. Doing arena results for Cable and King Groot. I'm a bit disappointed not to have any available time this weekend to do any more arena, but when life hits, you gotta do life stuff, and that's the thing. Life stuff is very much more important than MCOC. But I do want to find out like where people got with the rewards, and also next week I'm going to have to be finishing off Thronebreaker, doing some arena grinding, and getting back to Act 8.2. Oh, Shooting Star Quest. Oh, Battlegrounds. I've got to do incursions. There's a lot of stuff to do in game. Okay, some really weird stuff has gone on with this arena. I don't know if Kabam should investigate it. To be honest, it might be worth them investigating into it, because we're looking at like 48.8 mil for position 243, 42.6 mil for position 354. It's very weird in recent arenas, like the basic arena for Star-Lord. What we're looking at, 13.3 mil for a 6-star. Mantis Arena, which was like 25 mil, was getting 265 position. And then we got position 360 position with 22 mil with the Yatuma Arena. I'm thinking something's weird here. Something's going on a bit kind of kooky bananas. I think Kabam should have a look at that and investigate it. King Groot went for 314. Not 314. 18.8 mil position 314 for that. So you are kind of getting a champion there. I just need to change my predictions on the fly to 18. Let's go 18.5 mil for that one. But yeah, like that's really it. I don't know. I'd be wary about that arena, and Kabam definitely investigate the Cable Arena. King Groot, you know, 14.1 mil position, 1% to 5%, 5-star. Look, you know, low cutoffs for certain things, but yeah, that Cable Arena needs to be investigated. Something weird's going on there, especially compared with the previous arenas. But that has been the video. Go and check out some other content. But first, you know, thanks to those that support as a YouTube member and as a patron who are on screen right now. Much love for that. And also those that support on Twitch and all that stuff. Yeah, and content on screen right now. Go see that content on screen. I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.